Phil, look at me. I went out, got myself a cowboy shirt, right? Fit in with all you guys coming in from your ranches, huh? Living out there in the barns. Is that what you're doing? You're like, I'm working on an app, okay? To launch this website. Oh shit, what a fucked up time this is, huh? It's so weird to tape a special right before a presidential election, especially like one like this. Like this is literally like what is going to happen. You know? How the fuck did we end up with these two? Jesus Christ. This is like the first week of American Idol. You know? It's like, really? This is what I got? Take his coat! Take his coat! Whatever the hell she's doing, you know? It's unbelievable. You either got a racist dope or like the devil. Like that's the choices. I just walk up and grab it. I just grab it. All right? Is that what you do? Fucking lunatic. I'm gonna build a wall. I'm gonna build a wall. I love people thinking he's actually gonna do that. You really? Really? You gonna do that? You're gonna build a wall from fucking California to Texas. You're gonna do this. Have you ever done that drive? Because I've done that drive. Took the 10 east out of Los Angeles. That is a 2-day drive, 80 miles an hour. Ah! Ah! Just wall, wall, wall. You're in there like John Goodman in Raising Arizona. Ah! Just driving. Like, how many times are you gonna go to Home Depot to build this thing? You actually think you're gonna get this done? Look at the Freedom Tower. We actually wanted that shit, and it took almost 15 years to get it done. Half the people don't even want this fucking thing. I'm telling you, by the time they finished it, this country would be so fucked up, we're gonna be the ones going over it.
This is why I'm gonna do it, because if I actually don't have a temper, like, I just think to myself, like, what could my wife complain to me? Like, what could my wife bitch at me about, right? I fucking crush everything. I do. I take out the trash. Okay, the gate was squeaky the other day. I made sure that was done, you know? I pick up after myself. I like to think I'm a good dad. I work my ass off. I make a great fucking living. Crush all of that. All she has on me is who I am as a person. That's it. Yeah, if I could just not be who I was when she met me, I think I'd have a shot, you know? So we figured out the number one thing we fight about is television, you know? I watch sports, she watches those Real Housewives, you know, it just doesn't work out, you know? You guys have the Real Housewives out here? You do? Yeah. It's just, I imagine it's just the most depressing fucking thing ever, isn't it? Those women, they just look so fucking exhausted, you know what I mean? They just put the war paint and the circle tits, just trying to fucking tuck it in and fucking, like an athlete at the end of their career, just trying to limp out on the field one more time. They're not as fast as they used to be. It reminds you of your own mortality. It's just like, ladies, just fucking sit down. Put on something flowing. I'll put on a sport coat. We'll be in bed by 8:30, right? We're fucking old, you know? So we realized that, I don't know, we always fight about the television. So I'm like, well, what about documentaries? Why don't we just tape something we both like? We both love documentaries. They're fun, right? You watch them, you learn something, you repeat it at a party, people think you read. So I tape, you know, first one I tape is on Elvis Presley, right? Now I love Elvis, okay? He fascinates me. He's like the first rock star with the power of television. They just intersected, and he went to he ascended to this level of fame that no one had ever been to before. Hence, he made all the mistakes, because there was no one there to help him out, right? He got a piece of shit manager that stole from him. Bam! He stopped making music, started making shitty movies. He's not a good actor, right? Does that. Married a minor, started doing drugs, got fat, got an entourage, got even fatter, started wearing onesies, doing karate kicks, splitting his fucking pants. Nobody's saying shit. You look good, King. You like that? You like when my royal bulls hang out? We love it, King. Keep fucking going. Starts doing pills, gets addicted, he fucking dies alone on a toilet. All right? This man kicked open all of those fucking doors for the rest of us. All right? So I sit down, and I'm watching this documentary as a white dude, which is what I am. I'm looking out my white head, watching this white shit. It's coming back into my white eyes, getting whiter by the fucking second. Right? Now, my wife, on the other hand, she's black, right? Now, I hate saying that because it makes it seem like I'm gonna start doing some stupid comparison jokes. You know, those dumb white guy, black guy jokes? And it's always like the white guy's like, oh, Jesus, I gotta do my taxes. Can this chair hold me? The black guy's always like, you need to loosen up. You gotta relax, man. You just gotta let it happen. All right? It's always the same stupid fucking joke. I hate those jokes, you know, because they're easy. And it's been my experience that it's just not true. You know, 15 years of being with her, there's really no difference. You know, because at the end of the day, it's a woman. All right? It's gonna be the same fights. I don't give a fuck who you're with. I'm not gonna lie to you. There might be more head movement and hand gestures with different races of women. Possibly an index finger jabbing at your forehead, whatever the fuck that is. But at the end of the day, it's the same fights. What's going on with us? You need to work on this. Why don't we communicate better, right? So she starts watching this shit as a black person, right? And she's seeing all the racism, obviously, that I'm seeing. But she was catching all this subtle shit that I was too white to see, but I knew I was missing it, because I just kept hearing her huffing and puffing, just sitting next to me being like, and I'm just sitting there like, okay, somebody did something. I don't know what just happened, but I don't think that was good. So right when I didn't think it could get any worse, it could get any more uncomfortable between the two of us, this fucking white dude comes on who evidently discovered Elvis. And he's like 190 years old, and he comes out, starts talking. He's just like, well, basically, I was looking for a white boy that could take the down and dirty, nasty blues and combine it with the pristine, angelic sounds of bluegrass. Yeah, that's what he was doing. He was subtly putting black shit down here while he was propping up the white shit. You know, the down and dirty, daddy not sticking around, drug-infested neighborhood blues with the Jesus as white as me, hair the color of the sun, angelic bluegrass playing music, right? So at this point, my wife has like fucking steam coming out of her ears. So I make a judgment call. I just fucking shut it off, right? And she looks at me, she's like, why did you shut that off? Why did you shut it off? I was like, because you're about 3 minutes away from yelling at me like I produced this music. All right? Let's just forget it. We'll watch something else. She's like, no, why can't we just watch the rest of this and then discuss it afterwards? It's like, I don't fucking do that. I just want to watch a documentary. I don't want to have a fucking lecture because of these fucking assholes. I didn't do anything. I'm just sitting there watching TV. And not to mention, we're just gonna get into an argument. She's like, well, why would we get into an argument? I'm like, ugh. All right, you know what? Because not for nothing, there was some black people in there saying some shit that I didn't agree with, you know? I'm not huffing and puffing. Yeah, I said that. Like a fucking idiot. And she just looks at me, she's like what black people? Like what black people that said what? And at that point, it's like you started the luge, right? You can't get off the fucking sled. Now you gotta have the argument. I'm like, fuck, here we go. Guess we're having this. And I'm like, all right. The black guy who brought up leg shaking, saying Elvis took leg shaking from us. It's like, really? Leg shaking? No, nobody thought to fucking do this? Black people came up with that? You telling me that? I'll even give you that. Let's say you came up with that, but where did that black dude learn how to do it? Didn't he watch some older black guy do it? But what, because he's the same color? He's not stealing, he's just carrying on the tradition. But if Elvis does it, oh, what the fuck? Now he's the biggest thief ever? That doesn't make any sense to me. She goes, no, you idiot. It's not about the leg shaking, okay? It's about, he appropriated a culture. He took all the music, he got all the money, got all the fame. He's called the king of it now, and he never gave a shit, not even a shout out. And I was like, all right. You know, fair enough. You made about 7 or 8 good points there that I can't refute. He appropriated a culture. I get it. You're right. She goes, fine, thank you. And I go, however, Not for nothing. Do I get mad at you when you get on a skateboard and you start going down the fucking street? Do I get all offended like, hey man, that's some white shit. Stop appropriating my culture, man. Some dirty white kid in Santa Monica came up with that, man. So she starts laughing. And I should have stopped there, but I'm a comedian, right? I'm like, oh, I'm getting a laugh. There's got to be a bigger laugh, so keep going, Bill. Let's come with another example. So I'm like, yeah, do I get mad at you when you fly from LA to New York in under 6 hours? And she just, yeah. And she just stares at me. She's just like, that was fucked up. I was like, yeah, I know. It sounded good in my fucking head, and then it came out. I was just going for the laugh. And then she wouldn't let up. She's like, well, why is it fucked up? Why is it fucked up? So now I'm back in the classroom. And I'm like, because if historically speaking, black people enjoyed the same amount of freedom and privilege, they would have had the money and the time to figure out how to fly too. And she goes, that's right. And I go, however, your music would have suffered. Yeah. You can't have my level of freedom and privilege walking around with that cul-de-sac. It really is gonna be okay. And come up with that painful, beautiful music. You can't do that. Next thing you know, you're clapping on the fucking downbeat. You're playing a washboard, right? James Brown is line dancing. All goes out the window. So you gotta make a choice. Either you learn how to fly and your music sucks. Oh, I just noticed this thing came off. We can't have this. There's got to be continuity between the fucking shows here. Oh, Jesus Christ. This thing never comes off. It's right when you tape a fucking special, then everything just falls apart. Royal Albert Hall, huh? Where did you buy this mic stand, huh? Where the fuck did you get this? You know the mic stand guy's all fucking pissed off.
Right, it's a jolly good fucking mic stand. I know this fucking yank. Fucking yank it, and then all of a sudden everything fucking falls off on it. How dare you? The Queen comes down here and sits in a box and watches this show.
You know what I heard about you guys? Oh, so I've learned. I finally learned to, like, keep my cool in my relationship. Happened a couple years ago, right? Me and my girl had this big argument one day, right? Actually, you guys want to hear a story? You want to hear about the time my girl punched me in the face? On her birthday? You want to hear that one? This is what happened. If I'm really honest, the fight started like 3 months earlier. It's like the middle of March. We're just driving around, since she sees this clothing store. She's like, oh my God, I didn't know they had one of those out here. We need to stop and go in there. So I fuck it, let's go in there. I walk in immediately, I see it's one of these stores that doesn't have any chairs. I know what they're trying to do. I'm gonna be standing right next to her, and when she likes something, I gotta buy it. I don't give a fuck. I'm not playing that. I go over and I sit down underneath a mannequin. Got like the dress hanging in my head. Sir, you can't sit there. I don't give a fuck. Looks like I'm doing it. Looks like I'm doing it. All right? So unbeknownst to me, she finds some sweater that she likes, right? Some ridiculously priced, like $400 or some shit like that, right? So she knows it's not her birthday, none of that crap. She can't ask me for it. So now she's got to go into manipulation mode. What do I use? Do I be sad? Do I pout? Do I use sex? Can't do that. You know what she went with? She went with the little girl, right? She just came out. She's just like, I'm like, what's up? She's like, saw something that I liked. And I just want to be like, well, then why don't you fucking pay for it? So she goes over and she shows it to me, right? And I'm like, it's $400. She goes, can you get it? I go, no, I'm not doing that. Fuck that. It's not your birthday. It's not Valentine's Day. It's March. What am I getting you that for St. Patrick's Day? Get the fuck out of here. I'm not doing it. So I don't know what happened. We're driving home, and somehow she manipulated the argument. Not that she asked for the sweater, and not that I said no. It was the way I said no, right? Got in this huge argument. Got so mad by the time we got back to the house, I just told her to get out. I'm driving away. So I just drove away in the Prius. Right? So I was so fucked up about it, I had to call my sister up, right? Call her up to get a female perspective. She's laughing her ass off, going, "You took all the bait, you're an idiot." I go, "What do I do?" She goes, "Why don't you go back down to the store and just buy the sweater, hold on to it, and give it to her a few months later for her birthday?" And I'm like, fucking genius. Genius. I hate the pressure of the birthday. All her friends, "So, what are you getting her? What are you gonna get her? Fucking sweater, bitch." Bam. That's it. Got it. All right? Fast forward 3 months, it's her birthday, right? She's just, I'm laying in bed. She wakes up. She wanted to go to some restaurant that night. She's like, "Did you make the reservations?" I'm like, "I haven't made them yet, but we'll be good," right? She starts freaking out. "What do you mean? It's my birthday. What do you mean you didn't make the reservations?" I'm like, "Sweetheart, it's a Tuesday in the middle of a recession. I'm sure that there's going to be a table, right?" So she starts freaking out. In the back of my head, I'm like, I got this sweater. I'm good, right? So the more she yells at me, the funnier it becomes to me. But like an asshole, rather than laughing to myself, I sort of snickered out loud, right? Sort of giggled a couple times, and she just snapped, like, "Are you laughing at me? Are you laughing at me on my birthday?" And then the more she yelled, the more I laughed. The more I laughed, the more she yelled, and it was just this vicious fucking thing all the way up, right? She got all the way to the point she was standing at the back door going, "You're gonna laugh at me on my birthday? Fuck you!" Boom! Slams the door. Runs down the stairs. At that point, I'm literally in the fetal position, like dying laughing, walking towards the bathroom. Then all of a sudden I hear, she came back up the stairs. And I'm not gonna lie to you, I got a little scared for half a second. No, I did. I was in my underwear. I was feeling vulnerable. She comes flying into the bathroom, and the second I saw her face, I knew she was gonna hit me, right? And I'm such an asshole, I actually have a game plan for when a woman's gonna hit you. Like, that's how many women I've pissed off in my lifetime. I actually know what's going down. This is how it is. Most women, they're flailers. All right? Unless they had some sort of MMA training, then you're on your own. You're probably going to catch a few, right? But most of them are flailers. Most are right-handed. So you got to guess overhand right. That's the first thing you got to guess. So you get down in the pocket, right? That overhand right comes in. Bam, you catch that wrist. Second the right's coming, you know the left's coming. Bam, you catch that one. This is the crucial moment. Second you got the right, the next then you got the left. Immediately you got to step back and you got to go like this. Because she's going to try to kick you right in the balls. As she kicks you, then you spin them around, tuck your head down low because they will try to headbutt you. And then you just use the weight of your torso to slowly bring them down to the floor as you whisper sweet things. "Oh, look at the tiles. Remember you picked those out? They go so well with the wallpaper." Right? Yeah. All of this shit's passing me by. I'll get in trouble later on in my life. Transgender athletes, I don't fucking understand that. I understand it if, you want to switch around. I don't give a shit. But I'm a sports fan. That's a really new concept to me, that you can be a dude, right? Ranked 80th in the fucking world. You have your dick cut off, you put on a sports bra, and now you're the #1 tennis player in the world, just coming out there with your man shoulders. That doesn't seem fair. I might be wrong. I might just be an old guy. I have no idea. But I'm hearing rumors like some of them are getting into that MMA. You can't have that shit. Am I nuts? That is a dickless dude beating the shit out of a woman. Jesus Christ. He might as well hit her with his discarded dick like a flashlight. Hold still. No, it's grounded. Her grounded pound is incredible. Yeah. I'm not saying these people are right, and I'm not saying that I'm right. I know I'm a fucking moron, But that Duck Dynasty guy, I know what he said was wrong, but I don't get the shock. He said that homophobic stuff, and people are like, can you believe? Can you believe it? Yeah, I totally can believe it. If I was in Vegas, I would have put 90% of my shit on that he was going to say it. I'd give him a 10% benefit of the doubt, just in case. Are you seriously shocked? Some redneck with a beard down to his dick, sitting in a boat in the middle of a swamp, shooting varmints. Like, what did you think he thought? Did you think he had, like, some progressive ideas on same-sex marriage? Yeah. Didn't he think exactly what you thought he thought, You know what kills me, too? That fucking kind of shit, that homophobic stuff, that all comes from the church, man. Doesn't that come from that shit? Well, there's something in there. I never read the book, all right? I tried to. They need to fucking update it, all right? They update iTunes every fucking 6 days. Can we update the language and make it a little more user-friendly for someone like me, right? No, that's where he gets all those fucking ideas. That Duck Dynasty guy, it's not his fault that he went to, he went to Sunday school in like 1949, you know? I think all of that shit comes from the church. They just fucking brainwash you. You know? Don't clap, I don't read. Follow someone else. I'm telling you. They brainwash you. Come into the church, your brain's all empty, they just fill it up like a jelly donut. Just brainwash you. Say what we say when we say it. Say it again, then you can go home to your toys. All right, I'll say it. I'll say it again. Now can I go home to my toys? Right? And you repeat everything they say. The good, the bad, and the fucking horrific. They stick a star in your forehead. You're a big boy. You big people like me. You get on with your life. You go to college. You get a master's degree in English like this redneck dude had. He invents the new duck whistle, or whatever the hell you call it. Right? Yours goes whack, whack. Mine goes whack, a fucking whack. Dude makes $1 zillion. Gets his own TV show. He's loving life. And out of nowhere, here comes that same question 60 years later from Sunday school, and he stands up like the Manchurian Candidate. Jesus likes hookers and lepers, doesn't like the queers. And everybody freaks the fuck out. And he's like, oh, that's what they said. And they're all dead. Oh, where'd everybody go? I thought I was a good boy. And you're just this scared old man getting yelled at in a boat. I don't understand why a group like GLAAD, all right? I always forget, it's gay, lesbian, whatever the fuck it stands for, all right? Why do they go after the old guy in the boat? Why don't they go after the people writing the book, all right? Go, hey, could you please teareth outeth, those coupleth of the pages, right? They're not going to do that. That's the Vatican. They're their own city. They got a wall around their own city. They're brushing off cases of pedophilia like it's nothing. They're not taking their call. Oh, what happened? Really? Go fuck yourself. Click. They don't care.
Telling you, you wouldn't fucking miss them. And this is the deal, all right? I wouldn't just give the order to start sinking these cruise ships and then retire to my chambers with my mistresses, my whores, right? Just banging away, wearing the whole uniform, the whole dictator uniform, everything except for the pants, right? Compression socks with sock garters, just banging away. My unearned medals just clanging off my chest. The big thing is to see how long I could fucking keep the hat on, like, yeah. Nah, I can't do that. That breeds resentment amongst your men. You gotta lead them into battle. And I would. I'd have my own sub. All right? I'd have my own sub, and I would hunt these cruise ships on a moonlit summer night. That's right, on a moonlit summer night when sound carries, you know those summer nights when your neighbor's talking about you, doesn't think you can hear him, you're sitting on your porch going like, oh yeah, is that how it is? So that's how it is, right? One of those nights. And I'd be a sport about it. I'd surface before I did it. I'm armed, they're not. It's only fair, right? They see me, I give them a little wink, little nod. I'd have a little Red Baron class. All right, get the fuck out of here, right? But if you didn't see me, it'd be game on. And every moonlit summer night, every summer, I'd go out to harvest, right? That would be the deal. I would just surface. Und listen for the music, yeah? Und fire one.
Dude, look at my arm in this tank top. And then you cruise over, you strafe all the survivors.
Well, bring it down. I'm sorry for your loss. I know you knew it, all of it, for fucking 20 seconds. You know? I don't know if it was dead instantly, like if it drove right over its head and that was it. Or maybe it just hit the back legs and it tried to crawl away, but it was like stuck to the road and it was meowing out and it could see its breath. And right before it lost consciousness, the rats came in and it was just screaming, and it had such cute little paws. It was like little socks trying to get it off. I don't know what happened, but you seem so fucking concerned about this kitten. Figure I'd throw out a couple of theories. More concerned about the kitten than all the Hitler shit, by the way. More of a reaction. More of a reaction. That's fine. Every crowd's a little bit different. It's not the point of the story. Okay? The point of the story was now this lady had to go down to the zoo. She had to tell the gorilla that the kitten was dead, right? So she comes back down to the zoo, and the gorilla's all amped up. This is like its favorite part of the day. Its mind is engaged, and it sees its little friend. And at this point, its vocabulary is like crazy now. And the lady shows up, the gorilla's all amped up, and just looks at her just like, oh, shit! What's up? Yeah! Right? Now, I can't do sign language, so you're going to have to bear with me through the rest of this bit. I'm going to do the best I can, all right? So the thing's like, what's up? Yeah! All right? But the zookeeper lady, she has like, just sitting there all sad, trying to think how she's going to tell it, right? And the gorilla picked up on the vibe. All right? She's kind of like, hello. All right? And all of a sudden the gorilla's energy just comes all down. She just starts looking at the lady like, what's wrong with you? Is there something that I need to know? Huh? So the lady's sitting there. She's like, Jesus. Well, the kitty cat, it got hit by a car, and it's fucking dead. And the gorilla immediately took it in. It immediately took it in and understood. Like its bottom lip started quivering, its eyes started watering up, it was signing like crying. And they go, and later on that night, you could hear it crying inside of its house. They built it a house, I don't know why. They live in trees. It's probably the guilt of putting the thing in fucking jail, right? Whatever, it was like a 2-bedroom. It sounded like it was in the kitchen. And you just hear this thing in this house at night just going like, ooh, 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 ooh. And that was the end of the video. That was the end of the video. And like you, I was sitting there like, what the fuck? You're gonna end on that? And then literally, right in that moment, I felt my wife's head just rest on my shoulder, and she was like, that was so sad. I mean, it was beautiful, but it was sad. And I was just like, get off me. Just get off me. And I closed the laptop, set it down on the nightstand, and I just got up and I started pacing. It's this fucking rage was coming up in me. My wife's like freaking out. She's like, what's wrong? What is wrong with you? And I'm just like, what do you mean what's wrong? That video is fucked up. What What is the purpose of that? You teach a gorilla how to talk, you shoot in the shit, you get it a pet kitten, and then it dies, and then the gorilla cries, and it's fucking sad, and then that's it? That's what you're leaving me with? I gotta walk around with that in my fucking head? How was that the end of the video? Somebody, for fuck's sakes, tell me. Dude, that gorilla understood the concept of death. If it understands the concept of death, it understands its own captivity. Okay? So it never dawned on that lady, that whole time she's shooting the shit with them, it never dawned on her to sign to the thing like, hey, like, do you want to get the fuck out of here? Do you hate it in here? Do you want to fucking kill us for sticking you in here away from your friends in the jungle? And the thing would be like, yeah, please, get me out. I beg of you. It fucking sucks in here.
That's funny, though, when you talk about getting a gun, you know? People, like, they either totally for it or completely against it. You know, they either go nuts and start screaming, right? Or they start throwing out those stats. Yeah, actually, you increase your chances of getting shot by 80% the second you get a gun in the house. Really? What, because I'm going to load it and shower with it? Like, The fuck? I know it's dangerous. You get a pool in your backyard, you immediately increase your odds of drowning in your backyard, right? You couldn't do that before. Now you step on a rake, in you go. No, I'm telling you. I don't buy into any of that shit. Stats are so fucking stupid. You know? Not that they're stupid, it's the way people apply them. You already have your mind made up, and then you go to I'mRight.com, and you start memorizing a bunch of shit, and then you just throw it up at people. This guy tried to get me to go scuba diving. I go, I'm not going, I don't want to get eaten by a shark. He's like, well, actually, 90% of shark attacks actually happen in shallow water. It's like, no shit, it's where the people are. Now, it's called the beach. 90% of people are frolicking along the coastline. It's like there's people swimming to Europe. Let's go to Iceland, you pussies! Right? I don't know. But actually, I actually like Los Angeles. One of the few East Coast people that likes it. All my moron New York friends and Boston friends, they come out there, try to get a good slice of pizza at 4 in the morning. They can't. Like, this fucking place sucks. It's not like exactly where I left. What's the point of traveling if it's gonna be different? They're so fucking stupid. Get a burrito and go on a hike. What's wrong with you? You're gonna go to Hawaii? There's no pond hockey. This place sucks. You know, I do have a dog. That doesn't count for anything. I've never understood that. You know? I love my dog, but I've learned a lot being a dog owner, man. You know? Any dog's a good dog unless you're a psycho. You know? I got a pit bull. It's still a great dog unless you're a fucking psycho. And evidently, I'm a psycho because my dog has been just been a complete maniac over the last, 6 months, you know? I didn't realize that dogs feed off your vibes, you know? Like, if you're chilling, they're chilling. You know? If you're sleeping, they're sleeping. But if you're a psycho like me and you're screaming at the ref on TV being like, dude, you gotta be fucking kidding me! I didn't realize the dog was over in the corner being like, yeah, you gotta be fucking kidding me. This is bullshit. I don't know what this guy's mad at, but I love this guy. This guy feeds me. Is it the door? Are you mad at the door? Yeah, I had no idea I was amping this dog up. I'm so selfishly in my own world. I'd be like on the computer and would crash. And be like, oh, really? Really? Dog's over in the corner with like a chew toy. I never noticed like that Game 7 look she was getting on her face. And one day I amped her up too much, had no clue, and I went outside. We were just walking down the street, and some poor bastard comes the other way, and the dog's like, that's that motherfucker. Lunge at this guy. I had to pull her back. I'm like, dude, I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. She's never done anything like that, right? Looking down at the dog, what's wrong with you? Dog's looking up at me like, huh? I got that son of a bitch, didn't I? I love you. You feed me. I got you. How the hell did you see him that far away, man? Your ears must be better than mine. It's unbelievable. Right? Then I got nervous. I got nervous around my own dog. I started thinking, fuck, a pit bull's really like this? Did he just go psycho? Man, this is nuts, right? That's another bad vibe to have around your dog because they pick up on that vibe, right? This dude comes walking down the street, and I immediately just start thinking like, oh shit, she gonna do it again? Oh shit, oh shit. Dog just looks at me like, oh shit, what? Oh shit, what? Him? Ah! Runs into another guy. Had to pull her back. Jesus Christ, I'm sorry. Looking down at the dog. Dog's trying to chest bump me and shit, right? Dude, it got so bad one day, she almost ate a landscaper, right? Yeah, so I'm like, I gotta take this thing to a trainer, man. So I load it up in the Prius, and I drive over there, right? Yeah, I have a Prius. Go ahead, judge me.
Every white person likes to lie to themselves that they were alive, 150 years ago, that they would have been working on the Underground Railroad, trying to help slaves escape, right? I would have been one of the good white people. I would have taken time out of my day, risked my life. And the reality is you'd be doing back then exactly what you're doing today. Nothing. Not a fucking thing. Maybe a little hashtag, Black Lives Matter. Oh my God, my heart breaks on my L-shaped couch. My favorite thing about the Black Lives Matter marches was the store windows that would have the plywood over the windows, and then it would say Black Lives Matter on top of the plywood. I just love the duality of that message, It's like, Black Lives Matter, we're all the same, we're all one. Don't burn down my store, you fucking animals. Everybody is welcome in this store. Anyone can come in, one at a time. Follow him. It's just a safe space for everyone. Yeah. John Wayne was born in 1907. That's what the fuck he's gonna sound like. Then you got all these douchebags going like, that's not an excuse. It's like, yes it is. It absolutely is. You are of your time. Look at these young kids. Remember that for like a year and a half? They'd take a water bottle, they're all standing around, and one kid would flip it, and if it landed upright, they'd lose. Oh shit! They just lose their fucking minds. I didn't understand it, but I'm born in 1968, so I'm just like, all right, well, no one tried to slap it out of the way, You do it enough times, it's gonna fucking land upright. What is happening here, right? I didn't want to ruin their good time, They were excited, they're gonna get on their scooters and ride off. Like a little posse or some shit. I'm like, all right, you can do that. No, not you, Bill, yeah. So here's the thing, but I didn't think, I'm so fucked up and grew up such a fucked up time that I didn't even think I had a temper. Because I was like, well, I don't fucking yell at people in my house. Like, I don't curse my wife out. I mean, we get into it. I'm not gonna lie to you, I get into it with her, but I don't go like, oh, Jesus Christ, you fucking bitch. I don't do any of that stuff. I don't yell at my kids. But what I do is I flip out. So, like I said, I didn't think that this was a problem. My wife told me it was a problem, but I don't listen to her. Why would I listen to her? All she does is criticize. I got nothing but bad reviews on the fucking husband Yelp. It's just all, didn't enjoy the experience. Thumbs down, half a star, never get a fucking attaboy, right? So it just becomes white noise after a while. Like, oh, what, am I doing something wrong again? Oh yeah, you again. Okay, great. Great. What did I do? What did I do this time, huh? What do I have to work on? Go ahead, fucking let me know, right? So I don't listen to my lovely wife like an idiot, like the idiot that I am. So one day I learned a harsh lesson, okay? It was a breakfast time, right? For some reason, I had like 20 minutes to myself, which is really rare when you got two kids, 4 and under, right? So I'm thinking like, holy shit, I can actually make myself a breakfast. Like the old days. I'll make myself 2 eggs over easy. I'll make some toast. I'll make some bacon. Fucking burn it up the way I like it. It's gonna be the shit, right? So I'm having a great time, make myself a little Grand Slam breakfast. I sit down to eat. I got the OJ. I got the glass of water. It looks like a picture from a commercial. And right as I sit down to eat, my phone lights up, and I get a text message from my buddy. He goes, hey man, I thought you were coming on this Zoom meeting. It started 5 minutes ago. We need you on this. And I just absolutely lost it. I was like, Jesus Christ. Of course I have a meeting. Of course I have my meeting. Because why couldn't I just have one goddamn cocksucking motherfucking motor to myself? Fucking toast
flying all over the place, flipping the fuck out. And then all of a sudden, my daughter, who was like 2.5 at the time, comes running into the kitchen with big tears in her eyes, just going like, I'm sorry, Dada, I'm sorry. And I was like, oh shit. So I literally just squatted down. I was like, no, buddy, no, come here. I wasn't yelling at you. Daddy wasn't yelling at you. I would never yell at you. I love you, buddy. Daddy was yelling at the phone, okay? Dad yells at the phone when it says stuff that he doesn't like, okay? Your dad has issues. Okay, I'm sorry, buddy. I would never yell at you. And I could literally feel her tears like drying in my shirt. I was like, buddy, come on. I would never do that, okay? I love you. You still love me? She's like, yeah, yes. And I go, okay, all right, buddy. And then I did that thing. You know, you do that thing with a kid where you turn him around and then you like push him in the direction you want him to go in? And I just had to sit there like, I just did that to a 2.5-year-old. And she was like walking away and I'm just sitting there like thinking like, how bad was that? Is she just gonna go play with the toy and forget about it? Or is she no longer gonna be an astronaut? Like, what did I just do? I thought I was better than my dad. I'm making the same mistakes that he's making. I fucking hate myself. I didn't do the meeting. I didn't eat the breakfast. I just went upstairs. Just wanted to be alone, right? Just want to be fucking alone, you know? But I got a wife, so it doesn't work that way, you know? Especially when you fuck up as bad as I did and as loudly as I did. I knew she was coming down the hall. I knew I was gonna have to watch some game film. She was bringing the projector. The screen was gonna come down. And I'm literally just laying in there like, please God, just let her give me 2 minutes. Just give me 2 minutes to fucking calm down. No, she just comes right in and she's just like, so, you wanna discuss that little incident that happened downstairs in the kitchen? And I'm like, no, honey, can you just give me a second? My heart is still on the floor down there. Just give me a second. I know I fucked up. You know, she doesn't give a shit at that point. And she's right. It's her kid, too. So she just wants it. I'll tell you right now, if you think you're going to do this in this fucking house, all this shit. And, I mean, she was right. She was 100% right, but I wasn't ready to hear the information. So she just sort of zoned out. And that's my kid, too, and you're going to fucking do it. And I'm just sitting there, laying in the bed with the nerve to be upset with her. She didn't do anything. And I'm just staring at her mouth as it's moving, not hearing anything. I just started thinking of the news. Like a news story just popped into my head. You know that news story every once in a while? You'll see it like every year and a half. You just see some guy never committed a crime in his life. You know, went to church every week, helped old ladies across the street, and then out of nowhere, he just kills his wife. I'm thinking, like, it's got to be from times like this. It just has to be. You just have something to say. You just have, like, I don't know, I just fucked up, but she was right. I knew she was right. So I sat there, I fucking took it, you know. I will say as an aside, I think, you know, the next time you see a guy who never even cheated on his taxes, and then out of nowhere he kills his wife, I think it's high time to bring back the question, what did she say? Okay, just say it, all right? Examine the problem from 360 degrees. So anyway, I love my dad and everything, you know. So, you know, there's things I want to improve on. So the great thing that I have done is my kids are not afraid of me. And every time I have fucked up, I've gotten down to my kids' level and let them know that I was wrong and I apologize. So the great thing is my kids are not afraid of me. So now, my daughter's a little bit older. She's like 4.5 now. So now whenever I start flipping out, she actually has been helping me to stop. Because second I hear that cute voice, I just think, Dad, I'm sorry. I just immediately, it's hilarious. Like I'll be in the kitchen and all of a sudden, I'm always in the kitchen doing something, right? And one day I just come in like, what the fuck kind of toaster is this? What was wrong with the other toaster? I need to download the app to make fucking cocksucking, fucking, and all of a sudden, she'll just be like, in the other room, be like, Dad, don't scream like that. And the second I hear that voice, I'm like, you're right, buddy, sorry. Sorry, I'm just gonna download the app here. Download the app and the amount of, what it taken just to make some fucking toast.
Oh, Dad, you said a bad word. You said a bad word. She does all of that shit, right? To the point, one night, we have like movie night once a week. It's my favorite thing. We'll watch some Pixar thing, you know? And one of those great movies, you know? They're great. They're for kids and they're for adults. It's fucking awesome, right? So we sit down, we make the popcorn and everything. So we have this smart TV in the living room. Oh, people, this is a smart TV. Oh, is it smart? Oh, is this fucking TV? It's so goddamn smart that one time I was in there, I had all the lights out because we're gonna watch a movie, you know? But the TV's so smart, as I'm pressing on, which you don't even do, don't hit the on button. You hit the on button, that fucks it up. You gotta press 2 other buttons. Oh, is that what I gotta do? Is that what I have to fucking do? Don't scream like that. You're right, buddy. You're right, buddy. This fucking thing, if the lights are out, will not turn on because it's thinking, well, the lights are out. Obviously, nobody is in the room. Well, maybe somebody's asleep on the couch and they rolled over onto the remote. And meanwhile, I am standing in the dark. You're gonna turn on because I fucking bought you and I fucking said so, right? So my kid comes running in. She's like, Dada, don't scream like that. Don't scream like that. I'm like, you're right, buddy. You're right. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. She's like, Dada, why are you screaming like that? I'm like, I don't, because I paid all this money for this TV. I want to sit down. I want to watch the movie with you. And if, you know, every time I go to turn it on, it won't turn on. It's always something. So she put a little hand on my shoulder. She goes, Dada, she goes, it's going to be okay. It's going to be okay, right? Which I don't even think she knows what that means. I just think she knows when to say it. Because my wife always says that. Like, honey, it's going to be okay. Just relax. We'll get you another balloon. We can get you another one. So that's what she did. She was just going like, Dada, it's going to be okay, right? She had that little cute hand on my shoulder. And I don't know, it just hit me. And I was just thinking like, yeah, you're right. It is going to be okay, right? I mean, I could turn the lights on. I can relax, you know? I didn't even need to watch as long as I'm hanging out with you. This is great, right? It was like a profound moment for me for like half a second. And then another moment, then I felt like a loser because I'm like, how fucked up am I that a 4.5-year-old is like my life coach, like dropping these truth bombs on me?
Thank you. It's a pleasure to be here in the greater Atlanta, Georgia area. This oasis. It's nice to be here. I don't know why I came here in June, but it's nice to be here. Wasn't thinking. Fucking ridiculously hot out there. Just miserable. Horrible. That kind of heat, you understand the racism down here, you know? It's like I get it. How would you get along with anybody? Look at them, just over there, drinking a cool drink. Lemonade was made for the white man. Where do you go from there? Well, as I mentioned last time I came through town, I wanted to get a gun. Yeah, I do. Yeah, but I finally given up on that. I gave up on that dream. My wife doesn't want me to get one, so. Yeah, she didn't want to. You gotta pick your fucking battles. I'm gonna learn how to fly a helicopter on the sly. I can't fucking have some 357 hanging around. I'm doing whatever I want, all right? When I say go, eat it, right? Can't be that person. No, it bums me out, because all I wanted to do was just I just want to get a 22. That's all I wanted. Perfect gun for home protection. 22 caliber. You laughing at that, sir? That's not enough? I don't know. I'm down south. What do you think? That's not enough, right? You want your shotgun, right? 44. You guys are out of your minds. You're out of your fucking minds. Let me ask you, all you gun guys, right? Who are gonna make fun if I had a 22? What's with your 22? That little queer gun? Do you keep it between your buttocks? Is that the holster? Is that what you do with your gay little gun? Yeah, you need a big gun. All you fucking guys. Let me ask you this, all you guys with your guns. You know, have you ever shot the fucking thing without earplugs? You ever done that? Or you like most people, you take it down to the gun range, you put your earplugs in, put your headset on, take it out of the briefcase. You got your little yellow tinted fucking glasses, right? You look at your spread or whatever, and then you put it back in there, right? You ever shot that thing without fucking earplugs? Because that's what's going to happen when that intruder comes in. You're not going to have time to be, hang on a second, let me just yeah, you're not going to have time. Dude, I shot a 5-shot 38 one time without earplugs. Okay, I was landscaping this guy's yard, right? He comes out at the end of the job, he goes, hey, I got this 5-shot 38. You want to go down the street? You know, there's a burned out car, maybe we take a couple shots or whatever, you know? You know what's funny? Every other state is fucking dying laughing at this point in the joke because it's so goddamn ridiculous until I get down to the South. And you guys just sit here staring at me like, all right, so, you know, so what happened? You know, pretty standard. I mean, I thought this was going to be a comedy show. I mean, what you're reading from your journal? I don't understand what the, it's not a real compelling story. I'm mowing a fucking lawn and a stranger comes out with a weapon and says, let's shoot it at a burned out car. Okay? Jesus Christ, can we agree on that? So I'm like, all right, let's do it. Fuck it. So I go down there. Never shot a gun before. I bring the gun up. I point it at the car. I pull the trigger. I saw the muzzle flash. I felt it kick. I never heard the gun. I pulled the trigger. All I just heard was, ooh. I shot the gun 4 more times. Never heard it. Didn't get louder. Didn't get quieter. Just kept seeing flashes. Woo. All right? So let's take one of your fucking guns, all right? Let's just say, for the sake of argument, all right, you got that thing sitting on a nightstand, loaded, right? For God's sakes, tell me you have it there. Don't be one of these people that has, like, the gun here and the bullets there. You got the thing fucking loaded, ready to go. 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. This is when the psycho's coming in, too, right? That's when they come in. 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. Okay, they don't come by at like 6:30 at night as you're cutting into a pork chop. Hey, I'm out of my mind. I'm coming back in 20 minutes, so stretch out your hammies because it's going to get crazy. Right? Not how it works. They wait till you're dead asleep. 3, 4 o'clock in the morning, right before REM sleep is kicking in.
Yeah, so that's what I realized. I gotta... Anybody else's thoughts just wake them up in the middle of the night? You just wake up, you know, I don't think I'm gonna make it, you know? No, you know my big move was to, actually I'm a lot happier than I used to be, man. I around a lot when I'm up here, but I'm definitely a lot more happier. My big move, you know, I decided I wasn't gonna go home for the holidays. That was a big thing. I had to. There you go, one guy right there. Yeah. I had to. I don't know what age you decided not to, but I went home at 39, not married, no kids, and I was just like, there is no way I am going home at 40. There's no way. There's no way. People are already like asking questions. They just look at you weird, just like, no, you're just gonna tell jokes, you know? Talk about disease and wish it on people and make fun of people who like cake? Is that what you're gonna do? You don't wanna live in a cul-de-sac and have a couple of kids and gradually resent everyone and then take your own life? You know how to do that? Yeah. Now, dude, I would love to be married. Like in my head, it all makes sense. Like I don't know what happened, but it scares me when I see married guys. I just get like nervous, man. I'm just gonna be like that stereotypical married guy, you know? Just like a shell of my former self. You know, every weekend up on that silver ladder, just scooping out of the gutters. My neighbor coming over, you know? Hey, Bill, how's it going? I know, pretty good. Yeah, Susie keeps getting bigger, you know? Been wearing this shirt for 11 years. I don't know what happened to my dreams, you know? I just like coming up here because it's quiet, you know? I just stand up here, think about what might have been, yeah. My neighbor's not even listening to me. He's all excited about some garden hose he bought at Brookstone. He's convinced it was designed by NASA. Actually, it's got 2 nozzles, one for the hot and one for the cold. Really? Is it long enough to go around both our necks in the chimney so we can tandem jump off of this? That's all I really care about, you and
you little garden hose. Now, I know I just sort of mentioned killing myself there. I don't want to freak you out, all right? Because I did that joke when I was down the Bible Belt and was down south, and this girl took me really seriously. She came up to me at the end of the show. She's like, "You're not really thinking about doing something like that, are you? Really?" And I was like, no, I'm just joking. She goes, "Good, because you know, you can't go to heaven if you do something like that." I was just like, yeah, you know, I really don't give a you know? It's not that I don't. I just like freaking out people that are that religious, that have a whole little checklist. If you do this, you go here, and if you do that, how do you know that? You don't know that. Shut up. You know? I think it's a very normal thought. I think it's a very normal thought to think about killing yourself, you know? I do. You know what's weird? Anytime I think about killing myself, it's never over anything big. It's always little things. Little things make me want to take myself out. It's bizarre. Like if my girlfriend broke up with me, I'm not gonna lie to you, I would be devastated. Devastated. I'd be laying on the ground, crying in the fetal position for like 3 days, you know? But you know, by the fourth day, you know, I'd rub one out, you know? Start putting the pieces back together. I know what I gotta do. Join a gym, lie to myself that I'm gonna get the six-pack back. I know what I gotta do, right? But little things. I thought about killing myself like a year ago on Thanksgiving. You know why it was? It was because I said I was gonna make a pie. That little statement made me think about taking myself out. This is how it worked. This is basically the deal, right? My girlfriend's an angel. She absolutely loves the holidays. So it was like 2 weeks before Thanksgiving, so she's all excited. She's like, "Oh my God, Thanksgiving's coming up." I'm sitting there trying to watch the game. Thanksgiving! What are you gonna do for Thanksgiving, right? I started freaking out. Like, I didn't think I had to do anything for Thanksgiving, you know? Just thought I had to, you know, not get drunk and be belligerent around your friends. I thought I was fine. She's like, "No, I'm gonna make a turkey. I'm gonna make stuffing. What are you gonna do?" So I panicked. I'm like, "I'll make a pie." I don't know how to make a pie. I was just trying to make her go away, you know? You ever do that? You just agree with them, thinking it'll make them leave. Like, "Yeah, awesome, what you said. High five." And you go back to watching the game. Yeah. No, but it totally worked. It totally worked, because she walked away completely excited. She was like, you know, she ran away all excited, and I totally forgot about it, right? 2 weeks later, Thanksgiving comes up, right? She just wakes up. She's like, "Oh my God, it's Thanksgiving. It's Thanksgiving. You're gonna make that pie, right? You said you're gonna make a pie." And I was like, I gotta make a pie. I gotta go to the grocery store. I gotta buy some flour. Then I just started thinking, man, what if I just slam my head right through this plate glass window and just bled out right down the side of the house, you know? I wouldn't have to make the pie. So it's not even like I'm suicidal. It's more like I'm like lazy. You know what I mean? Like whenever I know the next 4 hours of my life is gonna suck, like I think about it. God, I gotta pay my taxes. There's a long line at the bank, and then a bus is coming by. What if I just dove head first, right on those double back tires? Anybody else? You ever think of like that? You know what gets me? Ceiling fans. Somebody's telling me some stuff I don't want to do. You're gonna need 2 forms of ID. We need your birth certificate. And the ceiling fan's behind their head. I'll get right on that. Doing, doing, doing.
You know what? You're full of shit. You are. All those feminists are full of shit. Because I'm going to tell you right now, someday, there's going to be the first woman president. All right? Which means you don't even know what her fucking platform is, and you automatically cheer. It's got the same genitalia. Fucking, I'm telling you, they're not smart people. Feminists, they're not as smart as they're coming off. I'm telling you. Someday, there's gonna be. By the way, this is gonna be my last show ever. By the time this fucking thing comes out. Someday, there's gonna be the first female president, which means there's gonna be the first male first lady, right? And you wait, you fucking wait. The first time that dude opens his mouth about some political shit, you watch all these feminists. They're all gonna be, "You shut the fuck up! You shut the fuck up! It is her time now! It is her time. She was elected, not you. Go pick out some plates, bitch. You are the first lady.
He's gonna get treated like Tom Arnold when he was with Roseanne.
Secret Service name will be like Appendix or Doesn't Matter. Not worthy of protecting. Just entered the Oval Office. Not worthy of protecting.